DJs BrewTube beer review. Well, it's time for yet another winter, seasonal, Christmas beer, holiday beer, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's time to drink one. That's right. And from whom do we have this beer today? Well, we have one from Ridgeway Brewing out of Reading, England, UK. That's right. And what beer do we have from them? We've got their Lump of Coal. Now, this beer has been around for a while, and this particular beer has also been around for a while. Why? Because it is a vintage 2011. That's right. The beer hoarding continues. I've had this in my refrigerator from the house I was in before, and I didn't drink it. Why didn't I drink it? Because when we were supposed to drink this, that we, being me and Johnny the Sun Drinker, it was when we had a big epic beer night. That's right, at Christmas and summertime, when we used to try to drink all the beers and then try to review them after drinking 12 to 15 beers. Yeah, that doesn't really fucking work, does it? No. So, let's hear about this beer from Ridgeway, besides the fact that it's from 2011. This is a Foreign Export Stout. It's a winter serving. You're not surprised. It's 8% ABV and between 30 and 65 IBUs as the style dictates. Now, it's a blend of 4 malts and also malted oats. I haven't heard of malted oats before, but you know what? Maybe there are malted oats, I just didn't hear about them. So, this was designed to be easy drinking, and they say on the back that you've been bad, and this is your lump of coal to make you be able to stand your family that really sucks. I don't get that feeling with my family. Maybe some people do, but I know I haven't behaved myself 100%, so maybe I do deserve this lump of coal. So, time to pop the top on this bad boy and see how 3 years has treated this beer in the cellar. Boom, nice hits off the top, plenty of smoke or condensation coming out, no collection on that crown. Now, I do believe now they have a fancy crown with some holly berries or something like that on it. This one doesn't have it because it's 3 years old. Let's get it in our snifter. Don't have to drink it in a snifter, but I like it because I like the snifter. Yeah, we can pour this one deep. We got plenty in this beer. Let's see what the appearance is like, guys. Let's see. It's super dark, but there are some ruby glints coming through when I hold it. I'm looking at the light bulb that's diagonal from me. You can get a little bit. It's got a solid 1 finger head of khaki bubbles. Soap sudsy at the top, really tight around the sides when I swirl it. Oh, getting plenty of alcohol eggs, and I can see there's going to be some glass lacing on this bad boys. Take a look at this. You guys see it as completely black. Trust me, there are some red glints coming through it. And if you saw this beer up in the neck, you could see light coming through it, and it looked really like a burnt red color. You know, a red with some like soot or something in it. So, who knows? Time to get a nose on this. It looks pretty. Let's see if it smells good. Diving in. Up the front, chocolate, coffee, dark fruits, not a whiff of alcohol in it. Some malt sweetness, kind of like bready malt sweetness. Smells really smooth and like well integrated. All the aromas, the dark fruits, the chocolate, the toffee, and the coffee are all, and the caramel are all in kind of like a level playing field. Smells really tasty. I think I might have had this beer before I dive in and taste it a long time ago. But if I told you I remembered it, I don't, because I was probably crunked off my ass because that's how I drank back in those days. Yeah, anyway, enough of that shit. Diving in, guys. Cheers. Let's see what's up in the taste department. Wow, still pretty roasty. Wow. This is like a roasty, dark fruit bomb. I'm surprised after 3 years that this has that much roast level in it. Wow. Now, foreign export stouts, as stouts go, tend to be that roastier experience. So I suspect new or fresh, this is a fairly roast-forward beer. Some foreign export stouts and kind of like imperial stouts like this, you know, 8% up, they are of that type, especially of the English style. You can tell 3 years has brought the dark fruits up in this beer, but the roast level is still quite big. After that, you get dark chocolate. The carbonation is nice and smooth. It's got a medium mouthfeel. It's not a real big beer, but foreign export stouts aren't huge. This has a little bit, actually, a little heavier mouthfeel than most of the ones that I've had, and that's probably because of the oat addition, I surmise. But when you drink it down, and you look like down into the glass, you can actually see through the beer a little bit. I can see my finger down the glass, and it's kind of like a really super dark brown, like red-orange color, kind of. But this beer is all about the roast, and the dark fruits aren't super pronounced, but they are there in a prominent manner. And they're sort of like that cherry raisin dark fruit thing going on. But you hear me almost saying roast again there. This beer is all about the roast, but it's roast that's been like smoothed out. It's almost like a nice roasted coffee, you know, that's not so bitter and it doesn't taste burnt kind of roast malt, which this may have tasted fresh, but there's not a hint of the 8% alcohol in the taste, just like the aroma. I think it's a really nice beer that is cellared well. It's no mind blower for sure, but it's meeting my expectations, let's say that. Because foreign export stouts, like I was saying, are not the biggest of stouts, but man, some of them really kick ass. And I can't, like I said, I can't remember how this was fresh, though I know I've had it fresh. I just don't remember it because I was being the mind eraser that night. But this, with 3 years on it, it's tasting pretty damn good. So, what do we grade a beer like this? Rate Beers give it a 69. I don't recall this beer being a 69. If they're that low in quality when they're fresh, I remember that. And Beer Advocate gives it a 79. So both really low grades. We got like a just barely a C minus to like a D plus kind of beer. I think it's much better than that. I'm going to give this a B plus. I'm going to give it an 88. I've had better foreign export stouts and better cellared foreign export stouts than this, but it's tasting really good to me. It's drinking really easy. There's not a hint of oxidation, excuse me, or anything like that in it. So it's been cellared well, and it's been apparently made with good ingredients. You know, the English tend to use high beta acid hops as opposed to alpha acid hops, so their beers, a lot of them tend to cellar well. And the earthy bitterness that could have been there when it was fresh, I don't know, isn't there now. Really smooth, easy drinker. So, have you had this beer? Chances are you may have. This is a really widely distributed beer. Ridgeway are kind of like the Christmas/holiday beer specialist. They make a shit ton of them. I think I did their Criminally Bad Elf barley wine, which I really dug maybe a year or two ago that I reviewed that one. Damn, I'm getting old. Anyways, so if you've had this beer, let me know what you think. I love the quid pro quo. I like that back and forth. And I also really like when you think globally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement, because that helps this thing keep growing and gives us more Christmas and holiday beers and winter warmers and whatever the hell you call them. You see, I've got a shitload in front of me today that I've drank, and I got more ahead of me. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, thanks man, each every one of you for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, because when you do, it puts my happy face on. Maybe not as much as beer does, but it puts my happy face on just the same, and you gotta like that, right? Hell yes. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of lump of cold drinking love for you, and you know what's coming. That's right, a big ass, a peace out.